Friday. You made it through another week. Good job. At this point, I think we're all just happy if we make it through a day, right? I find myself doing things I would never do. For instance, today I walked past a bathroom, my bathroom, that all of my kids have taken over, and saw toothpaste on the sink. And normally it would stress me out and I'd like have to clean it up right away. And today I was like, screw it. So there's toothpaste on the sink. No big deal. So it's helping me relax a little bit and not be so OCD. We get all of our important stuff done and sometimes other stuff doesn't get done. On that note, my kids are officially on spring break, which feels kind of amazing. Like we did 3 weeks of homeschool and now they get to be on spring break. On one hand, I was kind of freaking out that we have nothing to do next week. But on the other hand, I was like, when's the last time in my life I had nothing to do? Not like there's nothing to do, but really no place to like run to or have to be at, which is kind of cool. Now, on another note, I am seeing friends like posting on Facebook that they're dealing with depression, that they're dealing with the effects of being socially isolated. This is unusual. It's not because we didn't choose this, you know. A lot of us wouldn't mind being by ourselves, myself included, although there are 8 people in my house, so it's not like I'm by myself. However, which I love, like that's probably part of the reason I'm doing well is because I'm surrounded by people all the time. But nobody chose to be at home. Nobody chose to like isolate themselves. So especially for my extrovert friends, it's really, really hard. And all I can say is you're doing great and keep it up. All right. Hey, ladies, good to see you. Jessica, I hope you've enjoyed this week. It's been all about you, girl. So hopefully you picked up some nuggets that will help you on your journey with PCOS. Hi, Julie. Today we're going to keep it short and sweet. So we are going to end our PCOS series with 2 supplements that are helpful for almost everyone with PCOS, as well as another supplement that is not great for people with PCOS. Something you've heard is probably great, but I'm going to tell you that is not the case. All right, let's get into it. For PCOS, since it's a metabolic condition, you're going to want to take steps to repair your metabolism. You can go back for our videos days 1 through 4 this week, Monday through Thursday, and figure out how to use diet and exercise and stress relief to to just begin reversing that insulin resistance. Diet and exercise are going to be your most powerful tools in that arena, but there are also a few things that you can add supplementarily which will help reverse insulin resistance. Hi, Carrie. And those 2 things are, no, I remember actually. Okay, one's inositol. Inositol is a B vitamin, so you can take it in isolation. I generally don't like advocating for B vitamins to be taken in isolation. B vitamins are a complex and you do best when they're all balanced, all right? So I don't love it to have people, taking just a single B vitamin. You do better when all the B's are together. There are 12 B vitamins. B3 niacin is really good for depression and anxiety. So that is one that I will use in isolation in high amounts. B6 is great for mood support. So around your period, 100 milligrams of B6 the week before your period during your PMS week can be really helpful for supporting mood. B12 is your energy B vitamin. So you can use that during the month when you're not feeling like you're energized. It helps actually create mitochondrial ATP. It creates energy in the body. If you're low in thyroid function, you're going to need extra B12. And if you are a plant-based girl, you're definitely going to need B12 because B12 is only found in animal products. Now, that being said, inositol or B9 is a very effective B vitamin at regulating blood sugar. All right, so inositol can be found in a capsule or a powder. You can take 500 milligrams of inositol with each meal, so 3 times a day. Take inositol. It is slightly sweet, like I said, so you can add it to your coffee or tea. You can add it to a smoothie. I like it in my faux coffee hormone drink where you're not drinking coffee because that will tax and deplete your adrenals if you are dependent on it. But when you're doing something that's a little bit gentler on your adrenal glands, like the faux coffee or faux latte, I think I called it, you can add that inositol powder to just help give it a little boost of sweetness and help your body balance out any glucose spike that's going to happen while you're eating. All right, so inositol is our first supplement. You can get that over the counter anywhere. Amazon is a great place to get your inositol powder if you're stuck at home, but they do have inositol at Sprouts, Cones, and Lassen's here in Bakersfield. Any other health store wherever you are at should carry inositol powder. All right, pure Pure Encapsulations is always a great brand. Hi, Nikki. So you can do Pure Encapsulations, Now, Jarrow. Those are pretty reputable brands that they have at health food stores around the country. All right. So that's one. 500 milligrams of inositol powder with each meal that you eat. That helps regulate your insulin levels, your blood sugar. The second supplement I recommend for women with PCOS, again, as a metabolic disorder, is berberine. All right. Berberine is a supplement that works similar to the pharmaceutical metformin. Metformin will lower your blood sugar. It works to pull glucose out of the bloodstream, and that's what berberine does as well. However, metformin has been associated with a whole host of side effects that you don't want. Number one, diarrhea. Number two, it's hard on the liver. And berberine is equally as efficacious without a lot of those side effects. Berberine also has other positive side effects, like killing off pathogens in your gut. It's a very powerful antiviral, antibacterial, especially for the gut. So if you've got gut issues and you've got PCOS, take one capsule, 500 milligrams of berberine with each meal until you get your blood sugar under control. So that's, again, after a meal, should be about 110 milligrams per deciliter or less. Not way less. You want it between 70 and 110. If it's lower than that, then we've got some other issues. You've gone hypoglycemic, and that is no bueno. Hey, Julie, what's up? So just to recap, again, this is a quick little lesson for today. 500 milligrams of inositol with each meal, as well as 500 milligrams of berberine with each meal. If you are on metformin by prescription of your doctor, you can consider subbing out berberine. You can do an equal switch, metformin for berberine. But again, you're going to want to make sure that you're eating a healthy diet. Don't eat a crappy diet and switch over to berberine, and expect that it's going to do great things for your blood sugar. It's to be used in conjunction with taking great care of yourself and your diet. All right. So that is the end of our series on PCOS. Oh, I told you that I would talk about a supplement that a lot of people do recommend for PCOS, but that I do not. All right. And that is Vitex, or chaste berry. The reason for this is that women with PCOS tend to have elevated levels of LH, or luteinizing hormone. And if you take Vitex or chaste berry, that can increase your levels of luteinizing hormone, which are already elevated. You do not want that. So I am very hesitant to ever recommend Vitex or chaste berry for women who have PCOS. I will use it sometimes for women who have other period issues, but not for PCOS unless you know your luteinizing hormone levels. So if you get those checked and they're normal, then we can start to experiment with Vitex. But if you don't have any data and don't have any blood work, then please do not take Vitex. Start with the berberine, start with the inositol, get that blood sugar under control, and then we can start exploring other avenues if you are not starting to reverse those symptoms of PCOS. All right. So I am posting a link today. I told you yesterday that I had created a roadmap, so like a checklist for you. It is a fully comprehensive document on PCOS. It gives you exactly everything to do. It's what I use in my clinical practice, all my procedures, all my policies, all of my supplements, with links to exactly what to buy if you want to do the supplemental protocol. It gives you recipes, it gives you meal plans, a daily checklist, like I said, plenty of peer-reviewed journal articles that are referenced in there so that you don't have to take my word for it. You can take science's word for it. I want to teach you, that you don't have to rely on your doctor for these diseases of civilization, for these newer chronic illnesses of which there are no cures for. So I'm going to post a link for that. It is $27, which I feel like is a pretty reasonable price. I did put a lot of work into it. I want to help you guys. I want to provide my services at a lower cost for you. It's very expensive to work with me because I do ask people to be super invested. Like, it's a sacrifice. I realize it because I want you to be invested in the process. I also realize that not everyone can afford that. And so I've started to work on some of these guides for you for specific hormone dysfunction states so that you can start taking control of your own health. So I'm going to offer a code just for you guys. If you're watching this video, you can get the code for $5 off. It brings it to like $22. And the code is, what's the code? I need to reference that. I just did it earlier today, but I'll find the code for you. I'll post it here in this thread. Please forward this video to anyone that you feel like could benefit from it. I would love it if you guys would just help me out with that. Really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed our series on PCOS. Next week, we will be doing the same thing. So around 3 o'clock every day, we're going to go into our next mini masterclass, which is how to banish cravings, why cravings occur, what you can do about it. When I poll my women in my groups, that seems to be something that a lot of women are really struggling with. So we're going to do that, but it's going to be inside the private Facebook group. So please join that group and definitely join us today at 4:45 because we are doing our happy hormones hour where you bring your own cocktail and we are talking about all things libido, why you don't have one and how you can get it back. So I hope you guys are there with me. I can't wait to see you. That'll be at 4:45 Pacific Standard Time today. Let me know if you have any questions about PCOS and have a great weekend. All right. Bye guys.